Starting in mountain pose. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Maybe you look up. Let's take a side bend to the right. So the right hand comes down towards the right hip, left arm over that. Press the left hips away from you as you reach your left fingertips to the right side. Inhale, come back up. And exhale over to the left side. You might find a soft bend in your knees as you press your hip bones forward. Inhale back to center, fingertips up. Maybe you look up. And exhale, forward fold. Dive down over your legs. Press your sit bones back. Inhale, halfway lift. Knees can stay bent or straight. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Extend your arms forward. Reach up and overhead. Exhale, side bend to the right. Breath and movement. Inhale, arms up over center. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last time, half sun salute. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, side bend to the right. Right arm down, left arm overhead. Inhale up. And exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. We'll add on this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Step your left foot back to plank on toes or knees. Inhale here. Exhale, lower knees, belly, chest. For cobra pose, inhale, press hands down. Top of the head lifts up. Exhale, roll down. Take your arms up to the sides and kind of tent your fingers for me. Elbows are in line with the shoulders. And we're going to slowly inhale, roll up for a wide arm cobra. What's really important here is that we press all 10 toes down into the mat. And then exhale, slowly articulate the spine, one piece at a time down towards the floor. So we really want to make sure that we're almost lifting our, rather than pressing our belly button down into the floor, we're going to lift it up away from the floor to help support our low back. So let's try it again. Toenails press down. Inhale, lift your belly button up. Lift the head and neck up. And then exhale, roll down. One more time. Inhale, roll up. Bring your navel with you. Exhale, roll down. Awesome. Bring your hands back below your shoulders. Inhale through plank on toes or tabletop. And exhale back to downward dog or puppy dog. From here, inhale, kick your right leg up or extend it back. You can hold here and circle out your ankle or open up your right hip. So bending your right knee, bringing right heel towards your left glute. Maybe you circle the right femur in your pelvic. Good, then inhale, stretch the right leg back. Exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Step your right foot near your right thumb. Descend the left knee down towards the floor. Inhale, kneeling lunge. So sometimes our left hip is going to want to open up here. So we want to point it forward. So imagine you got a flashlight here. That light's going to shine forward. Find a bit of softness in your elbows, softness in your hands and wrists. And then tuck those low ribs in close to your navel. You can stay here, just working on this balance. If you'd like, you can bend into the right knee and lunge forward. Just again, being mindful about keeping this left hip closed off to the front. Awesome. You're going to keep this left arm up, drop your right arm down towards the floor. We're going to take another side bend, just like we did in our mountain pose. So reach the left arm overhead, and you're gonna find that you need to press your left knee down here to feel some balance. Your right hand can rest on your right thigh if you need a little support. Otherwise, fingertips reach down towards the floor. Inhale, both arms come back up over center. And exhale, hands come inside the foot for a runner's lunge. You can keep the left knee down or tuck the left toes and lift them up. Close off your left hip, right? It's gonna stay forward even in this lunge. Feel the strength in your body here. At any time you can lower the left knee. We're gonna take a twist, reaching the right arm up. Option to lift up the knee as you reach your right arm to the sky. Good. Exhale, bring the right hand back down. Step back to down dog or puppy dog. Take a breath in and out to transition. To settle and calm. When you're ready, left leg goes up high behind you. You can keep the left leg there, up in the sky. Or bend and open up the left hip, circling out. If you did so on the other side. Inhale, left leg long. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your left foot by your left thumb. Lower that right knee down. Inhale your way to kneeling lunge. Lower shoulders away from ears. Broaden out your collarbones here. So notice how when you reach up and make your arms as long as you can, for me, like I shrug my shoulders up to my ears, so I'm gonna open up my arms a bit wider, so I have less tension in neck and shoulders. Good. If you took the lunge forward on the other side, let's do it here too. Hands can always rest on the thigh here for a little extra support, or if your arms are feeling a little tired today. All right, let's take that side bend. Left hand down, right arm up overhead. Woo. I feel this a ton in my obliques, and to be perfectly honest, my low back. Return to that ocean breath. Really fill up your abdomen as you breathe in, and exhale, let the waves fall as you breathe out. Good, inhale, back up, left arm, right arm up overhead. Exhale, runner's lunge, hands come inside the left foot. So we're really trying to drop the pelvis down towards the floor here. So it's just melting down into a puddle. You can stay right here, or if you're looking to build some strength while you stretch, lift that right knee off the ground. Inhale, reach the left arm up, find a twist. At any time, you can lower the left knee and really focus on twisting in this runner's lunge. Good. Exhale, bring your hand down. Step back to downward facing dog or puppy dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Option to hold here. Hold child's pose or find a gentle vinyasa flow. Let's inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down for cobra. Inhale, cobra, heart lifts. And exhale back to dog or puppy dog. Awesome work. Let's add on to that. Inhale, stretch your right leg long behind you. And exhale, knee to nose, step your right foot by your right thumb. We're gonna prep for warrior two with our feet. So anchor your left heel down, and we're gonna bring our hands off to the side. Imagine like when we were in that child's pose at the beginning. Our fingers are tented off to the left side of our mat. So we should be feeling down dog or child's pose in the arms, and warrior two in our feet. So I feel this a lot on my right thigh, inner thigh specifically. Press that left pinky toe down. Don't forget about him. Good. And then bring your hands back near your right foot. And then hands to the right knee as you lift yourself up and find your way into your warrior two. Now, even though we've been here a ton of times, I want you to just check your alignment, your foot position here, right? Our back foot is at about parallel with the back of the mat, right toes pointed forward. As we inhale, we reverse our warrior, finding that side body stretch again. The left hand can rest on the leg or give yourself a hug behind on the low back. Exhale, extended side angle, right forearm to top of the right thigh. Left arm reaches overhead. Again, finding that long body stretch from left pinky toe out through left fingertips. We're going to dance here in the arms a bit, little dancing warrior. So inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. On your own breath, inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. And then inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten out your leg. Turn all 10 toes to the long edge of the mat. And find your way into a gentle, wide-legged fold. You might tent the fingers here again. Or bring your palms to the floor or blocks. Your big toes point in slightly as your heels point out. I like a gentle bend in my knees so I can lift my sit bones up and then offer the top of my head towards the floor. Inhale, lift your head and spine up halfway. You might tent your fingers on the floor. And then we'll get ready to rise up. So press your feet down, draw your abdominals in to help power you as you lift yourself up to star pose. Good. Exhale, warrior two. The right toes turn forward. We're going to make our way down to downward facing dog. So cartwheel the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Puppy dog or child's pose, or if you'd like, you can take a vinyasa, coming forward, lowering down. Always choosing what works best for your body. Good, inhale, kick your left leg long behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, place your left foot near your left thumb. Spin your right heel down and find your way up into your warrior two with the left toes facing forward. Good, really expand and open up here. Press the right pinky toe down as you press the left knee forward. Let's dance again on this side. Inhale, reverse, reach the right arm up and overhead, palm faces down, soften your elbow. Hold the first one for a few breaths to really connect with sensation and feedback from your side body. And then exhale into your extended side angle, left arm to thigh, right arm up and overhead. Feeling that line of energy and strength supporting you from your right pinky toe out your right middle fingers. Good. Let's dance. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Good. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Last time through, inhale fully. Good. Exhale to hold. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten that front leg, turn both toes towards me, and bring your hands behind your low back. And wrap your fingers together around one another to make one fist. Elbows are a little bit bent. So my fist is resting on my low back. Bend your knees and fold in half. So working a little bit on balance and trust here. You can keep your hands here, or if it feels good, maybe you lift them off the low back, floating them away from the shoulder blades. Offer your head to the floor. And take any gentle movement that feels good. That could be some side lunges right to left. It could be dipping your shoulder down on one side and then the other. Shaking your head, yes and no. Exhale, lower your hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Tent your fingers, lift your spine up. Good, exhale, maybe take your hands to your thighs to inhale, power yourself up to standing. Lovely. We're gonna extend the arms long, warrior two. Option to flow through a vinyasa to get back to downward facing dog. Or just meet there or rest in child's pose. If you're flowing, hands spring the foot, step back. Hold down dog, child's pose or plank. Or inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Or in your child's pose, inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, look forward. And exhale, make your way to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize and lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Stand your arms to the sides and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, palms touch. Take a few breaths here. We're going to sit back into our chair pose as we inhale, arms go long, up to the ceiling. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Option to keep your hands here at heart center as well. Good. One more breath in. Exhale to stand. Beautiful. Facing the top of your mat, we're going to lift our right leg up, right knee up rather, to hip height, flexing our right foot for a little single leg mountain pose. You can stay here or bring hands to heart center. Exhale for warrior three. We start to kick our leg back. Now, if you have a couch you can hold on to, or maybe a bookshelf, square your right hip down. That can help as well. Let's see if we can inhale back up to that single leg mountain. Slowly coming back up, hands to heart center. Right knee up. Good, and then put it down. Whew. So, real talk, my left leg is much stronger than my right. That's a judgment. I should just be noticing that, but you might notice the same thing. So let's experiment on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Point your index toes forward, hips go back, navel hugs in, not to make you smaller, but to make you stronger and feel more supported. Hands come to heart center. Exhale to stand. Hands by your side. Awesome. Inhale, hands to your heart. Let's go to the left side, single leg mountain. Draw your left knee up to the ceiling as if I had a string on it. So we have these 3 90-degree bends here in hip, knee, and ankle. So here to work on that strength, or exhale, warrior three. Press the left heel back behind you. Keep the left hip pointed down. Hands can go back. They can stay at your heart. They can reach forward. Ooh, that's where I lose my balance. Or maybe you have that table or couch nearby. Inhale, rise back up to that single leg mountain, up, 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 up. We got this. Exhale, foot to the floor, shake it off. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Lower your head towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, make your way to your down dog, either with a flow, a vinyasa flow, or just stepping back to down dog or your puppy dog. Awesome. We're going to move into pigeon pose next. So if you'd like to bring your knees to the mat and then sit up so you can get yourself ready. I like to roll up my blanket. And if you've taken class with me before, I love a prop. I love a good yoga prop. So I'm going to roll this up for like a mini bolster. And when we're on the ground, this is going to go pretty under our where our hip flexors are. And that's going to help keep our hips even, our glutes even. So let's set that off to the side and set up for our pigeon. So if you're coming into this from dog pose or puppy dog pose, you're going to draw your right knee forward towards your right wrist and then swing your right ankle over towards the left. We're going to stay lifted here because now this is when we slide this DIY bolster underneath that left hip flexor. You may need to adjust as needed on the right side. It kind of sits under the right booty cheek. Left leg goes long behind you. And you might stay up here, kind of squeezing your glutes towards one another. You might come down onto elbows, forearms. You might make two fists and rest your forehead. But you have about 6 breaths here to recline and rest your pigeon. If this doesn't feel great to you, this posture can be done on your back. Coming back into your bridge pose from the beginning, crossing right ankle over the top of the left thigh. And you can stay here. Or hold on to the back of the left thigh. So same sensation, just a different shape. Same stretch, different shape. Once you have completed that last cycle of breath, start to unfurl and awaken your pigeon. Then make your way out. Find a counter stretch of the right leg lifted up and back, circling up the ankle. Or if you're in that tabletop position, same thing. Stretch the leg long and circle one way with the foot and then the other. When you're ready, we'll take pigeon on the left side, extending the left leg long behind you, really kicking it back and up. And then exhale, draw left knee behind left wrist, left ankle behind right. Possibly utilizing your bolster again under right hip flexor and left glute. Finding a gentle squeeze, so your outer hips kind of squeeze everything in. And then you start to settle down towards the floor. Your chest and nose and forehead energetically reach down towards the ground if they don't touch. And just finding a place of rest and ease, whether you're face down in our prone pigeon or on your back in our supine pigeon. The idea here is almost a restorative posture in the sense that there's very little muscular effort. So maybe find a place in the body where you can do less. You might be able to relax your temples, your jaw, your shoulders, your toes. It doesn't necessarily have to be in your hips. sometimes the silence is the best way to hear that feedback from your mind or your body in a pose. So know if I go quiet, that's offering you that time. As you're ready, start to come out of your version of pigeon pose. Taking the counter stretch on your left side, whether you're kicking back into a three-legged dog, or from your tabletop, stretching the left leg back, find some movement in the ankle or the femur. Come back to your puppy dog or down dog. If you're in that down dog, lower your knees down, and then find a comfortable seat. If you have that DIY bolster, let's put this under your sits bones. And that just creates some space here in the hip flexors. A little more space after that pigeon. We're gonna take some wrist stretches. So you're gonna bring your fingers together and we're just gonna start to roll the wrists around. So bringing one up and then the other, maybe switching directions. Just kind of rolling through the wrists, one over the other. Nice. Let's let that one go. And now you're just going to make a closed fist. And with your opposite hand, just start to squeeze up the arm. So kind of like, again, like you're squeezing lemons all the way up. And you can even squeeze your palm together, so that meaty part of the thumb towards the pinky side. Just giving that a gentle squeeze in and go back down. Just really wrapping your hand around the skin and muscle here all the way down towards the elbow. Let's do the other side. So closing the fist and starting at the bottom, squeezing up and up. All the way to the wrist and then squeezing the hand in, really wrapping your own hand around. You're trying to close off the palm. And then going back down and squeezing and wringing out the forearm. Oh, that one feels really good. Give your hands a little rest, a shake. And sitting up tall, you're going to take out kind of muscle man arms. You're going to flex your wrists, closed fist, wrists in. So here's kind of up and in. All right, good. And then I want you to try to straighten your arms with the closed fist. And just feel that stretch. You can take it to the other side. So we're going to come in, and then with the wrist flex, we're going to open up. Feeling that, yeah, I got it more on this side. Let's do each side one more time. So we got those muscle man arms. We're going to open up, try to lengthen out the arm. Good. And then coming back in, go to the other side, keeping the wrist flexed in. Oh, and back. Let's shake out the hands, shake out the arms. Oh. All right. If there's any final pose or shape that you would like to make, this is your moment. If you're ready to come down for our last shape, our relaxation, go ahead and make your way down to the floor, bringing any props or support that you'd like. You can come back to the broken bridge pose we began with, or find that traditional final resting pose. Maybe your blanket goes under your knees. That's going to help open up hip flexors and release and soften in the lower back. You can also lie on your side or put your legs up a wall. Take 3 or 4 breaths to get any wiggles out. And find stillness Find peace on the floor. And as the weight of your body begins to settle down into the earth below you, you might close your eyelids or gaze softly up at your ceiling. Return to an easy, natural breath. And take rest. You're able to stay here a few moments longer. Please do. If you're ready to start to awaken the physical body, explore small movements in the outer edges. Toes and fingers. A gentle turn of the head, right and left. And as it feels good, you can expand those movements into ankle and wrist circles. You might stretch your arms overhead for a long body stretch and roll over to your side for fetal posture, side lying pose. With your eyes still closed or a soft gaze. Use this shape to practice gratitude, whatever that means to you today. And with a soft gaze or closed eyes, press up to a seated position. Hands can rest on your thighs or palms to touch in front of your heart. And we'll take a breath in and out together to close out our yoga practice. Exhale any air in your lungs. Inhale, let the waves rise up. Open up, exhale, let them fall. As it feels good, lift your eyelids if they're closed or your gaze up. And that is our time together today. Make sure to drink plenty of water. And those wrist stretches are ones you can do all throughout the day, even if you're not on your yoga mat.